Holy cow, we have some big news for the Hugian government. So, if you read this Twitter post, of course, or I guess the community tab, we have decided to change how the monarch position works for now. Since the original monarch position had no power and just a title, we are going to temporarily replace the monarch position by making it de facto for a limited amount of time for each quote-unquote monarch. It's basically a diminished rank in Hugia, just a fun idea. Our very first de facto monarch will be Lyric the quote-unquote first. Once again, he has no power, will be the quote-unquote king for a short amount of time. We'll be talking about the Regnal name. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Who will be the next king or monarch or queen or whatever? It has not been decided yet how this will work. In fact, you, the viewer, yes, you want to listen up, you can be the next monarch. This word, names, will be a little funky this time around. Our very first de facto king is close around the number, the first. This is to add a bit to the de facto monarch idea. You have to call him quote-unquote Lyric the you have to call him Lyric the quote-unquote first. Or, let's say Bob the fourth, you'll have to call him Bob the quote-unquote fourth. And this may last until January 28th, 2025. So that means we are going to need 5 more de facto monarchs. We already have one this month, which is our very first candidate, which is my best friend, Lyric the quote-unquote first. He is going to start it and end it. So he will, be the last de facto monarch. So from January 5th to January 28th, he'll be the last monarch. So he will be the only de facto monarch to be to have the quote unquote throne twice. But yeah, so there is that. Now, how the heck do you get this role? Well, it's pretty simple. It's very, very simple. Bada bing, bada boom. You can apply to become the next de facto monarch. You could possibly become a de facto monarch of Hugia for 1 month. Just note, if you are appointed the de facto monarch for one of the upcoming 4 months, you have 0 power and only a temporary title. Alright, remember this, 0 power. You don't decide anything. I decide everything, right? That's what makes this interesting, I guess. And if we skip ahead, I want to go over some questions. Legal first name, just last name is not necessary at all. Just put your first name, legal first name. Don't put I don't know, because I've seen on in the de facto citizenship forms that people just put I don't know. So that if you put I don't know, that's just easily gonna disqualify you. So we're being serious here, okay? What will your that word name be? Example: Henry II, Charles III, George V. Were you named after someone of your family? I was named after one of the Henrys, which is why I'm Henry II. I may be Henry III, who knows? But yeah, if you're, for example, Dylan was your grandfather or something named Dylan, which means there's a chance you were named after him. So then you'll be Dylan II. So that's really important because we're gonna be referring you to, for example, Dylan the quote-unquote second. Nation of birth, pretty simple. We're born somewhere like Guinea-Bissau, and current nation you live in. Just in case you migrated somewhere else. Maybe you moved to Mauritania or something. Are you a citizen of another micronation? And here's this. Do you have Discord or Twitter? If so, tell us your username. Discord or Twitter are great platforms to get in touch with members of the Hugian government. I prefer Discord because, I think Twitter DMs are kind of more of a mess. But, yeah. And, of course, the big old question: what makes you want to become the de facto monarch of Hugia? Alright. And yeah, that's literally the whole form. Pretty simple. And, once you submit all of it, I'm just gonna... Legal first name, of course, is Henry. And, of course, I'll be Henry II. Oops. Nation of birth, America. Current nation, America. Are you citizen of another micronation? Hugia, question mark. Do you have Discord, Twitter? Yes. Don't do it like this. Don't do it like this. It's just an example. Yes, my username on Discord is blank, is example, and Twitter is at example, right? What makes you want to become the de facto monarch of Hugia? I want to become the de facto king of Hugia because, and submit, and here you go. The results will be revealed August 31st. Thank you for submitting this form. So yes, we will reveal the next 4 monarchs for September, October, November, and December. So that's 4 upcoming monarchs. So September 5th is when the next monarch or de facto monarch will, be taking the quote-unquote throne. I don't really post videos on Tuesdays. I'm trying to keep up a schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, sometimes Sundays. But, this video is a little bit awkward because, I want to get this video out because, this is so all of a sudden. So, yeah. Form will be in the link down below. Thank you for your time. Go have fun out there, submit the form. All I gotta say is, Prime Minister out.